Hello, and thank you for tuning into The Reading. I'll be your reader for today, Hugon Negrezo. You can purchase a private psychic reading at www.blackspectrumnetwork.com. For as little as $2 a month, you'll receive these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date on my Patreon. That's patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. You can enroll in my online magic academy to learn about tarot, candle magic, and ancestral worship. Go to blackspectrumnetwork.com and select the link for my online magic academy. We have free courses available to teach you how to do magic and perform divinations. If you're interested in mentorship, then send a text message to 901-350-0602 and I'll get right back with you. We're going to go ahead and start this reading about the notorious Kevin Hart. So the first question that we're going to be asking about Kevin Hart is, what type of father is Kevin Hart? That's what we want to know. I know that I watched Hollywood Exes back when Hollywood Exes was on VH1, right? And when I was watching it, I was fascinated with Tori Hart and her storyline. I think I'm pretty sure she has kids with Kevin Hart. All right, so how is he as a father? Okay, the reading is speaking about him. It's speaking about him being someone that he loves his children, but doesn't love the mothers of his children. For him, and this is Tori Hart as the Queen of Swords. It's essentially saying that for him, he loves his children. He doesn't love Tori. They have a co-parenting relationship with one another. Because he feels that his celebrity has reached a stratosphere that Tori Hart can't reach, he doesn't really want to communicate with her like that all the time. He feels that she's a commoner. And so he tries to create this environment in the relationship where it's difficult for her to get in contact with him unless it's about the children. He wants to portray himself as a very busy celebrity that is friends with his baby mother, but he doesn't exactly have the time to help her in a friendly way, or to communicate with her about friendly things. Just checking in to see how she's doing. He's too busy for that. I'm also saying here that as a father, they're saying that he's incredibly passionate, that he's his main way of providing for his children is through helping to support them financially. I get that he is going to try his best to send them off to college. He wants all of his children to attend private schools. He doesn't want them to want for anything. According to these next row of cards, Kevin Hart is he's engaged with his children. He talks to them all the time. I don't think that there's a day that goes by that he doesn't think about them or speak to them. Kevin Hart gives a very serious engagement. He seriously engages with his children. I think that he is, and they're showing me images of him, especially if he has sons. I get that he tries his best to instill really good really wholesome Christian values into his children. I do get that Kevin Hart is very spiritual. I do get that he has a very strong faith system. And he separates the secular from the sacred, and encourages for his children to go after to pursue very sacred goals. Let's see. The cards are still speaking. Okay, so the cards are saying that Kevin Hart. Like, mainly, it looks to me that he spends the majority of his time trying to establish relationships with his children that are not with Anikos. And he is doing so because there's so much distance between them. I get that he's concerned with being portrayed or being seen by his children as a deadbeat father. So because he's insecure about that, he overcompensates in terms of the father, in terms of being a father. That's all to say that he's very, very busy. But when he does get time to spend with his children, he's the sort of person that makes the most of each and every moment that he has with his kids. Okay. All right. So I want to know, does he regret divorcing Tori Hart? He had been cheating on Tori Hart with Aniko. I don't. Aniko had been around in the tail end of the divorce or the separation. He misses the sex. There's a certain type of sexuality that Tori Hart had in terms of just, I see, and what they're showing me is that there's a certain ass shake that she does when she's in a doggy style position that Kevin Hart is just went crazy for. He still has a sexual attraction to her, but he's not allowing himself to entertain those feelings. But these aren't the cards of remorse. These are the cards of things had to, the cards of, a man is through. Like he's like, that was a project we had going on. We worked on it, but I'm done. In terms of the stability of his current marriage, he would not allow himself he would not allow the feeling of regret or remorse, the feeling of regret or guilt to creep into his relationship, because he's someone that doesn't want to devolve or go backwards, especially given that he feels with this level of celebrity that he has, that if he commits to the wrong woman, it could screw up his brand. And he feels like with his current wife, that she is the picture. She helps him to create this picture perfect lifestyle, this fantasy, especially to the public. And he feels like Tori Hart doesn't exactly fit that image that he's trying to project into the world, especially with how he wants to see himself. I then see here that he's happy to have been married, because he's saying to himself, to have been married one time. And he felt like his marriage, in his opinion, he felt like the marriage was successful because he and his ex-wife are still friends. He feels like he got to know the ins and outs of, what it is that people like, what it is that they don't like, what works in a marriage, what doesn't work in a marriage. Nevertheless, according to these cards, Kevin Hart wanted for Tori to take care of the kids, to be financially stable, and for her heart not to be broken after they were able to separate from each other. He did care a lot about her feelings, but he cared a lot more about his desires and his desire to find what he considered to be true partnership. He's someone that aligns himself with people who will make him look good for the public. All right, so now we want to know, is Kevin Hart happily married to Anikos? They have a very solid friendship, but I feel like his sexual attraction to her has dwindled, especially as she gets older and ages. She's trying to use money. I get that she's taking money to invest into her appearance so that she can maintain her attractiveness. But they're saying that Anikos represents a healing energy for him. So she's someone that knows how to talk to him and to calm him down in terms of like his attitude or his temperament. I get from Kevin Hart that there's just this energy about. I get this energy from Kevin Hart that he's someone that he can implode rather than explode. He will allow for his feelings to boil inside of him to where he then can get into a depressive mood. I feel that typically like most comedians, he gets on stage, says things that are really in his mind, things that are completely offensive, and he wants people to laugh at them and for him to feel okay about that. But Anikos is an outlet for him. But we're gonna pull some more cards because we need some more information. Okay, so we have the card, one card that would indicate marriage. Okay, that indicates a union. And this is saying that Kevin Hart and Anikos are going to go on a retreat, a spiritual, a spiritual retreat, essentially, and they need to go on this retreat so that they can bond with each other and to rekindle the love between them. But it's on Kevin Hart's side. Kevin Hart is committed. Kevin Hart is possessive. He's gotten very comfortable with the way the relationship operates and how it looks, but things have gotten stale for him. Even though things are stale, he's not really willing to let it go because he feels that this is his wife. He's like, this is my wife in this lifetime. This is who I'm choosing. But I see that they need to go on a spiritual retreat so that they can rejuvenate the relationship, and it needs to be rejuvenated in terms of their conversations are not as exciting as they need to be, right? A lot of their conversations are, I love you, baby, I miss you, very affectionate. They check in on each other. However, their conversations don't lean a lot to their conversations are not as friendly as they need to be. And I feel very strongly that they need to be in they need to take a trip together. They need to be in an isolated environment with one another where they have to be educated on a subject that they are not familiar about. They have to then bond with each other over the information that they are learning, enjoy this environment away from all the stressors that are prevalent in the United States. Essentially, this will be a form of a relationship initiation, in a sense, but I get that they need time alone to bond as a group, and they need to enjoy a moment with each other, a week-long moment of really getting close with nature and getting in tune with their inner selves, and getting in tune with nature simply because I feel that they need to go hiking together. They need to play sports with one another. They need to kickbox together. And if he listens to this, you all's relationship can be improved by bonding over activities that are physical, in nature, and activities that are like going to a botanical gardens, going to see a waterfall, meditating in the Sahara Desert. According to Priestess Oshun Funke, she said she was in the Sahara Desert and it was completely silent, and she's never heard complete silence before, and it was scary. Now, the other thing is that they need to bond with each other on an intellectual level or on a mental level because they have this deep emotional connection that is overshadowing the mental similarities between the two of them. This means that they are able to bond over their love styles, but they're not able to bond over their intellectual interests. So Kevin Hart may watch American Gods, and Anikos likes to watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta, and so that they have a hard time finding things that they're commonly interested in. But their form of compromise is, baby, if you watch Housewives with me, I'll watch this with you. But they need to find things that they're both interested in and they don't have to compromise on. But we're not done with this marriage. There's more tea. I can hear it. The cards are still speaking. Hit the skull emoji if you're enjoying this reading. Okay, so right now Anikos is surveilling the fuck out of her man. She's like, she wants him to remain faithful to her, emotionally faithful. I get that she accepts that there are going to be times where he steps out on her in a sexual way, but what she doesn't want to see is she doesn't like seeing videos, text messages She doesn't like having evidence, especially evidence that can be reproduced or circulated amongst the masses and then thrown back in her face to hurt her feelings. She doesn't want that to transpire in her life anymore. The card for stealth or sneakiness is here. And so she's been hoping that he will sneak around, and if he does it in a way that she doesn't find out about it, because it's been hurting her feelings in a dramatic way. I get that she has been going through his cell phone. She has also been deleting messages, blocking people, trying to prevent him from. She's trying to help him to detach from. No, she's trying to help him to build up a resistance to the energy of temptation. And the energy of temptation is definitely something that she feels like she's the energy when Kevin Hart is tempted, she gets fearful, because she's like, I don't know what's going to happen to me. I don't know what's going to happen in our marriage. She worries a lot about her security in the marriage, because she feels that he's going to attach himself to another woman. Now, I don't see him permanently attaching himself to another woman. I don't even see him trying to divorce her. It's definitely not within the next decade. I don't see him trying to divorce her. But the cards are saying that she, although she cares a lot about her social status and him working to maintain her good looks, her public image, her keeping nice fashions, and he also gives her money to go out with her friends. She brags about her husband a lot. And it's like she's been waiting for this type of provider. He represents a father figure for her. She doesn't want to let it go. Especially given that she feels that he's a creative genius. Because I get the card for the creative genius here. And she feels like when they're apart from each other, she has these restless nights, and the restless nights are due to her feeling anxious or insecure about where she stands in her marriage. She confuses that anxiousness for love, and she feels like she's so in love with him that she just needs to be around him all the time. I don't get that she's a clingy energy, actually. But I feel like because of the financial position that she's been placed in by dealing with Kevin Hart, she has no other choice but to be clingy, because she's trying to cling to the lifestyle, not so much to Kevin Hart. Okay. Is she in love with him? That's our next question. Is Anikos in love with Kevin Hart? Okay. Now, as you can see from the arithmetic of these cards right here, right? I'm gonna like lean them over so you all can look at these. But there's not much of an emotional connection between on her side. You know, again, I think that Anikos not she's not someone that can attach herself to men in an emotional way. Rather, a lot of these cards are indicating that he fires her up. He stimulates her spirit. Like she finds him to be very fun, and she enjoys that. She finds him to be entertaining as well. She likes those things about him, and she's fallen in love with his character traits. Not so much she's in love with his spirit. Right? Like, she has learned to fall in love with him. This relationship is very practical for her. And I get that this is the longest relationship that she's been in. This is the best relationship that she's been in. She feels honored to be chosen by this man, but I don't feel like she's in love with him. I feel that she wanted something that was more traditional, a relationship in which a man was a Prince Charming, a man that was 6 feet tall, a man whom wanted to meet her parents and ask for their permission to marry her. I get from these cards that she's learned how to fall in love with Kevin Hart, but she's unwilling to let the relationship go because she feels that he's a one of a kind man, that he's a dynamic individual who is making history, and she feels that she's a part of his. She wants to be a part of that legacy, and to birth children that are going to fall. That are going to be fruit. They're going to fall. That are going to be fruit from his tree. She feels that he has strengthened her. She feels like his bloodline and her bloodline together have created, very strong children. And that's what I have. So you all take that from what you will. Okay. So now we're going to move into some other questions for Kevin Hart. And we want to talk about the car accident. What do y'all know about the car accident? Put it in the comments. I don't really know much about this car accident, but a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, we need to know about Kevin Hart in this car accident. What has happened to Kevin Hart? So I was just like, I feel like Kevin Hart is probably gonna be I feel like Kevin Hart is just like, shit, y'all, I'm gonna be a character on Grand Theft Auto, and I've been working with Rockstar Gaming. That car accident inspired for me to become, have my own radio channel on Grand Theft Auto. Y'all be listening out for my jokes. Okay, so we need to know about this car accident. What was going on? The chariot came out. The Ace of Wands, so some sex with a younger woman. He was putting that big old dick in that woman's mouth, in her mouth, and trying to turn her out. Big old dick in her mouth. Okay, so the cars are saying that, well, there was a woman that he was with. It was a sexual relationship. And here's the Four of Wands. It looks like both of them were trying to steer the car at the same time, I guess. It does look like he lost control of the car, but I feel like, I don't know if she was like climbing on top of him or something. But nevertheless, it looks like I get from these cards it's something about like them moving in two different directions, and the woman was not black. That's the other thing. I don't think that this woman was African American. She was of another race. It's like this accident was bound to happen, but this Ace of Wands is here. So was he getting head in the backseat of the Hummer, like Gucci? Like, this is the card of dick sucking. I don't know. So, I mean, she blew the top off that Maybach, so I feel like he got that nut before the car accident. I don't know. But I've heard, I ain't gonna lie, I did kind of sort of hear that he was having sex in the car. Like, he was having sex. I don't fucking know. But either way, that's the tea. That's what's showing. Okay, so those rumors can't be too far from true. All right? I mean, and the reading confirms it, so I'm going with my fucking reading. All right? Shit. I ain't been wrong about shit. Hell. So I saw what I saw, damn it. The next question is, was he driving? Was Kevin Hart driving the car? Hit the skull emoji if you think Kevin Hart was driving his car. I mean, there was definitely a spin out. It looks like there was a one. I don't think Kevin Hart was driving the car. I don't think. Let me rephrase this. I don't think the police report is going to say that Kevin Hart was driving the car, but Kevin Hart was driving the car. I feel like the woman gets the blame for it. I feel like she said that she was driving it. I also feel like they said it was a car. The car hydroplaned, maybe it was raining outside because I got the car for failure, and as you can see, this woman is drawing a spiral. So I feel like either the car hydroplaned, or he said that there was something that malfunctioned with the tires. But it looks like there was a spin out that caused the car accident, or the car at least flipped over after spinning out. Um, and here goes the same younger lady again. It's the mixed race lady. They're saying that as it wasn't a wise decision. So that's why I said, I had to stumble and say, like, I was like, no, Kevin Hart wasn't doing it. But then I saw the car for prudence. I'm like, no, Kevin Hart was driving, but it just looks like, as you can see here, he put her in the front seat. He's like, it was her. She did it. I mean, she got some money. He paid her some money. He was guaranteeing that. He's like, look, you take this for me and I got you. I'll make sure that you get off. Ain't nothing gonna happen to you. She got paid. It's not. Yeah, he was driving the car, but official documents are gonna say otherwise. But this is Black Spectrum Network. We're the new government. We follow what Spirit says. So how has this car accident changed him? This is a question asked by my student, Aaliyah. Make sure y'all check out her channel, Spiritual Lovely, on YouTube. All right. So, oh my God. These cars are pretty much like, he was saying to himself, damn, I got myself in some trouble. Maybe if I wasn't cheating, this wouldn't even happen. I feel like he's saying to himself, like, did I allow some vagina to get me in trouble? Is that what this came down to? I feel like that's what he's questioning. I also feel like he may be questioning whether he should be single or not too. Which is weird. It's like, it's not weird. These cars are basically saying that Kevin Hart he feels very guilty over what happened. And it's a sort of guilt that will make you change your life around. Like I said this earlier in the reading, that he has these very strong Christian values, right? And even though he's a comedian, I do get from him that he takes his work very seriously. He takes his work very, very seriously. I just think that from these cards are indicating that Kevin Hart may be taking this. He may feel like there was a spiritual reason that this happened to him. Like this was a form of karma. And I guess I need to look at that. Was what happened to Kevin Hart a form of karma, or is this just like, or is this just his own wrongdoing, or is this just wrong place, wrong time, wrong dick, wrong mouth? Hit the eggplant emoji if you sucked dick in the past month. Okay. Yeah, no lie, y'all. This was a form of karma for this man. I ain't gonna lie. Like this is karma. They're saying that this was a wake-up call for him to change his lifestyle around, for him to make proper investments into. He's supposed to be taking his money and he's supposed to try to be a philanthropist. He's not supposed to be trying to open up doors for other comedians. They're saying that that's not the wisest decision. They're saying that other comedians are actually going to stab him in the back once he tries to put them on, and they're not going to give him his credit. They're saying that Kevin Hart has the ability to be a resume builder just by being able to network with him. He is looking for someone to be his protege, but I feel like it's going to be a female that he's looking for to be his protege. Now, the reason that he needs to change his life around is because, and again, a lot of the same cards are popping out in this reading. The reason that he needs to change his life around is because they're saying that he doesn't move with wisdom. They're saying that he tries to go with the flow, and he's too inspired by the patriarchal lifestyles of the men that are around him, that he wants to be fast. In terms of, how they say, like, little girls are fast. Like, he's trying to just be a fast man. And they're like, look, keep Close your legs, Kevin Hart. That's what these cards are saying. Close your legs. And he knows that he knows that as long as he leads with his phallus, that he's going to he knows as long as that he leads as he leads with his phallus, he's just going to continue experiencing negative karma in his life. And this car accident was a form of karma that he has to work through in regards to just it's like, look, man, if you want to be monogamous, really practice monogamy. You know, don't say that you want to be monogamous and you don't really want to be monogamous. You know what I mean? Okay, so now we're gonna now ask, is Kevin Hart still cheating? I feel like, well, let me ask you this. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. Do you all feel like all men cheat? Do you all feel that that's true? All men cheat? Or is it just some men cheat? Or is it black men don't cheat? What y'all think? All right, is Kevin Hart still cheating? Man, when I tell y'all this car accident done fucked him up, I don't think so as of right now. I definitely don't think so. I don't think he even has I think he's too shooketh from that car accident to even think about that. I think that his life flashed before his eyes. He literally thought about his wife being widowed and his children growing up without a father. And was this all for naught? I feel like he's like, this was risky behavior. So if he does cheat again, he's not going to do something so adventurous, such as getting head in the backseat of the Hummer. I feel like he's going to do something more tame, such as getting head in a broom closet. Nevertheless, I see that he's not cheating right now. Okay, he's not cheating right now. And since the car accident, he's been quite faithful to Anikos. I also get that Anikos has been praying for him to stop cheating on her. But mainly he was worried about his children and how they would be able to fend for themselves should he have died. He's like, and again, it is karmic. If a man was in a car accident and he was cheating on his wife at the same time, I wouldn't attribute the car accident to him cheating. I would ask her, were you intoxicated? I mean, sometimes shit just happens, right? We have to use the scientific method when we're trying to link our experiences, our real life experiences back to a spiritual concept such as karma or generational curse. In this case, there is a clear linkage, and the cards validate that linkage between these two phenomena. We want to now know, because we want to now know what's coming next for Kevin Hart in his career. Do you all think that you would go to a Kevin Hart? Have you all been to seeing Kevin Hart live? Is he funny? Is he your type of comedian? And if Kevin Hart isn't your type of comedian, who is? I'm a huge fan of Cat Williams still. I loved when Cat Williams made that guest appearance on Atlanta. I want to eat some of Cat Williams' broccoli. I'm talking about his actual broccoli, not his leprechaun penis. What's next in his career? So what's next in Kevin Hart's career? It looks like there may be a reality show or a mini special, like a mini series that details he and his life, or his life with his wife. But I get that in 2020 there's going to be a much heavier promotion of his marriage, his lifestyle as a father, him trying to transition into a new entertainment, a new industry of entertainment, but he's going to do it by way of his wife. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see him and Anikos on Black Love on the Oprah Winfrey Network, or if they are on the real. I'm just making shit up because I don't even know if these TV shows are still on even. But I mean, I see that he's going. I see that they're going to. I see that he's going to try to make more money by coupling with his wife and selling interviews, selling their public image. And let me also see what else is next. All right, so Anikos is gonna have a baby next year, and I mean the Queen of Pentacles and the Empress are they're taking up the majority of the reading. So a third of this reading is about pregnancy, so that's a very strong energy there. I can't deny that. I also see here that a little bit more information will come to light about the woman that Kevin Hart was with. I also see Kevin Hart winning an award, maybe for acting or something. It's not going to be a comedic award, but I see him winning an award for working for a type of entertainment that is he's not typically known for. Oh shit, yeah, he does act as well, so he may be acting. So yeah, he's going to win an award. And that's what I see for him. I want to thank you for tuning into the reading. I've been your reader for today, Hugon Negrezo. You can purchase a private psychic reading at www.blackspectrumnetwork.com. Did you know that for as little as $2 a month, you can get these and other videos at least 1 week ahead of their YouTube release date? Go to my Patreon. Go to patreon.com/Black Spectrum Network. If you want to learn how to get y'all shit together in terms of, ancestral worship, tarot, candle magic, enroll in my online magic academy. Go to www.blackspectrumnetwork.com and select the link for my online magic academy. We got free courses on the site that are available to teach you how to do magic, how to pray, and perform divinations. If you're interested in one-on-one mentorship, then text me at 901-350-0602. Before I go, I'll leave you with these words of wisdom from the rapper Dreezy. Say it with me, y'all. Gave mercy to these hoes. What would Jesus do? I've been your reader for today, Hugon Negrezo, and remember, the truth is always collaborative. Thanks for watching.
So fuel my fire, take me higher, I'll be your liar too. Cause when we're here, there's nothing better than the skyline.